Hey guys, welcome to another news breakdown here on SHODO-O. Alright, what is up, SHODO population? As always, I'm your host, Stratos, and today, well, we've got a blog, and honestly, it was a lot of stuff that we've already talked about before on the Twitter, but I realized I hadn't actually talked about any of these SHODO-O 9 reveals, so I figured, hey, might as well talk about it here. And on top of that, they gave us a teaser for what's coming next month. So, without further ado, let's hop in to SHODO-O 9. So this set, obviously, SHODO-O, it is the Shodo Outsiders line. We're basically going to be getting the villains and or anti-heroes to the shodo-x or shodo double cross of what came before. So, we are getting a Kamen Rider Arc 0, basically to tie into the Kamen Rider 01 and Kamen Rider 01 Metal Cluster Hopper we got out of Shodo Double Cross, and he looks pretty good. Obviously, they're adding in some effects because that's what Shodo likes to do. Here is a more clean image of what we're getting front and back. They wanted to mention that there's tons of PVC going all around this figure, so all the cables and all the wires, those are all PVC, so they don't get in the way in terms of posing. Like, it's a more pliable plastic. Something also to mention that isn't really, visualized here. I think it's not even that great there, but they wanted to point out that the eye right there, that is actually done, like, that is actually sculpted, so all that detail is in there. It's not like a surface level thing that got painted in. It is all there. So that's really great. On top of that, this figure does retain all of the changes from Shodo Double Cross. Now, SHODO-O started in the middle of shodo-x, so it was a companion line to that and had the same articulation as those, but now it's a companion line to Shodo Double Cross, and not all of the figures are going to retain those really good upgrades that we got in Shodo Double Cross. So this figure does. There are going to be a few of them in this lineup that may not. So this is one that does have that, and he looks really good. Like I said, make sure to pair it with your Shodo Double Cross Metal Cluster Hopper. And another figure that you'd probably want to pair with that is Thouser. He is looking fantastic. Something they wanted to point out was that, hey, all the silver, all the gold you're seeing here, even all the purple, that's paint. That is paint all the way through. And check out the back of this figure. Like, Shodo at one point was not painting the backs of their figures, but now we're living in a very good world where we have paint galore. It looks so good, even if you have the SHODO figure. Personally, I do. But I feel like this is definitely a worthwhile purchase. Like, there is some significant upgrades going on here. And like I said, you even get the upgrades from the new Shodo Double Cross body molds. It even has, like, that grain, I forgot what it was, the grain processing that gives him the hexagonal pattern all over the body. Looks really good. He also looks good, thousand jacking other people's powers, so that's fine. That means this figure does come with the thousand jacker that has an extended mode, so that's really cool. Unlike Shodo Double Cross, the SHODO-O figures do not have a separate accessory set. All of your accessories are just going to be coming in that one box with a one character. It is a complete experience when you're buying SHODO-O. And also, he looks great getting flung into the sky. Yeah, looks absolutely fantastic. Pair him with all you got. You can even give his thousand jacker to Arc 0 if you would like. And yeah, just a few more glamour shots they like to throw in here. Fantastic. Now, let's move on into this next figure, and with this next figure, we are traveling back to shodo-x. So that means bit of an outdated mold, I'd say, but it does look fantastic. This is Kamen Rider Evil, Black Hole, and yeah, a lot of these pieces are reused from the initial Kamen Rider Evil figure that we got way long ago. It's been a bit. But there are some remolded pieces. If you can tell, the chest and like the side skirts, and yeah, I think the head. Yeah, the head is new. Maybe even the shoulders. Shoulders might be new. Not 100% sure. But this is a brand new figure-ish. But like I said, since it's based off that old mold, you aren't getting those upgrades. But what you are getting is the trans steam rifle that they didn't bother showing us here. And also the Pandora box. And that looks really good. I think this is, I want to say, the third time we've gotten this. I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps the second. But I know we got one in just regular SHODO before, and then we got a whole bunch of panels in regular SHODO. So this is a full box. It looks really good. Heck, I even made one myself and put it up on Shapeways, but now that's completely obsolete. You have options like this here. As usual, it pairs well with your existing SHODO figures. These two are actually from a previous SHODO-O wave. So yeah, it absolutely works out. Here is him with the trans steam gun. It is molded in full black, which I really would have hoped it would have been purple, but I don't know. There aren't any purple characters in this set to mold that color with, so that makes complete sense to me. And you know, Shoto's just out here having fun, having a good time with their images. Yeah, looks fantastic. Now, let's move on from him to one of the brand new molds. It is Gold Drive, or Gourd Drive, if you're feeling saucy. This is basically the Drive mold. There is almost nothing changed except for the tire, which they made swappable anyway, so I can't imagine this was too difficult for them to push out. But it does have, you know, the obvious gold paint, so I don't know, it really goes a long way into making him look like a very different character. He doesn't come with any weapons of his own, but you can give him the weapons from the previous shodo-x drive waves, and even the Zenrin shooter from that wave. It's unfortunate that he doesn't come with anything. I really would have liked to see maybe the axe, but what can you do? Anyways, he does have his open hands still, which is, you know, I guess fine. And he can beat up all your other figures from that wave that I was talking about earlier. It looks fantastic with them. That gold really pops, and they even got that, like, I don't want to say circuitry detail, but like that the red and the green all over that that tire, I guess, negative area. So yeah, that's great. But he's not the last of the set. We are finishing out this set with a few army builders. This first one is the Mole Imagine, which is actually the new Mole Imagine, which is what they call it. And they look great. You're only gonna get, you know, one per box, obviously. And here's a front and back of that. But the great thing about these, which is the great thing about the original releases with the red coats, is that these new Mole Imagine have different arm swaps. And then you also get like this clampy arm and basically the hand of one of the worm from Kabuto. You can swap these arms out with your existing Mole Imagine to like really fill out your I guess little squad of them. So definitely buy tons of these. I can't wait to get my hands on them. They look fantastic. They also pair very well with the premium Bandai Shodo Imagine set. These are very expensive. If you don't have these, I don't blame you. Honestly, at this point, just buy the SIC Kiwami Tamashii. It's about the same size, you get way more stuff, and even, I don't know. I'll probably find this later, but these, I hate to say it, maybe skippable. I'm gonna buy it eventually, but maybe skippable for now. Wait for sale. Now, we also have this figure. This is the Oh, I don't want to get this wrong. Zugumagu. And this is if you would like to recreate that church scene with Kuga. So this is one of those characters that does not really get represented in toy form too much. Like, really, outside of his initial vinyl release, there aren't many figures of this guy, but he looks fantastic. He's even got the wonderful details of his diaper and his nipple rings, if that is something that you're interested in for this guy. The way his arms work, you can fold or you can bend his elbows and get a more, I guess, out there wingspan. That looks pretty good. And yeah, just tons of stuff to go with your Shodo double cross Kuga. It looks fantastic. These images look fantastic. Shodo always like pulls out all the stops in terms of photographing their figures. Alright, now for the last figures of the set, which is gonna be a little aggravating, is the Chap. So, the Chap is another one that rarely shows up, which is surprising because the Chap shows up never in toy form, but it shows up in Kamen Rider Black RX, Decade, O's, Forze, and the Superhero Tyson movies. They show up a lot, rarely get figures, and in this set, you can get a Chap, but it's going to be a toss-up of if you're going to get a gray Chap or a black Chap, which is very upsetting, because if you're an army builder, you don't want to have to roll the dice every single time. I mean, I guess, honestly, I'm going to see how it's rolled out. I've heard that this is only 1 to a case, so there is 0 possibility of getting both of them at once, which really sucks. There's also no paint on the back, like on its actual back. There is paint on the back of the legs, so that's really good, but I don't know. It's a pretty sucky situation. The only solace you get is, hey, if you finally do manage to track down a few of them, it does look really good. You can face down Black RX, have them fight a whole bunch of them. I don't know. I'm really hoping that these will be easier to get on the aftermarket. Like, usually it comes down with these guys, but now, since it's blind bagged, these might shoot up in price. I have no idea. I'm going to be very upset if it does, because I want at least 3 of each. And yeah, so don't worry. Also, you know, Robo Rider and Bio Rider are coming out soon, so this won't look like a very stacked against him situation. That sentence didn't make any sense, and I'm calling attention to it. Hey, SHODO-O is being released today in Japan, I believe, and you're going to be getting 8 figures per box. Hopefully some of them are going to be the armor builders, but more than likely, we're probably going to be getting doubled up versions of the characters you only need 1 of. I don't know. Sometimes that's just how that works out. Anyway, that is it for our review, or our overview. This is not a review. An overview of SHODO-O 9, what's all coming out, what you're going to be getting. Pre-orders are probably done by now. If you want to actually order this item, it'll probably be up, probably be ready for you. Mandarake, Ami, HLJ, anywhere you typically order things, it'll probably be there for a little bit. Just make sure to get on it within the first month, I guess, because after that, it'll probably disappear. Anyway, that's it for the set, but they left us with a teaser for next month's release, and that is Cyclone Joker Extreme. Whether it is a premium item, we do not know. Whether it is a standard retail release, we do not know. I would hope that this is a retail release, and maximizing off of the profitability of the new anime. I don't know, it would be really great if he came with a set that had the Fang Joker, Fang Trigger, Fang anything else you would like to do. I am cautiously optimistic. So far, it does look like there's a lot of paint on this guy, so that would lean more toward the premium side of things. I'm not 100% sure. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember too recently that they've done like a 1-figure reveal and then Oh no, they have. Never mind. I was gonna say something stupid. If you remember, a few weeks ago we had that reveal of one of the Kamen Rider double villains. Just a small teaser, and then it ballooned into an entire set. So this could be another instance of that. Hopefully this does mean that it is retail, but I'm not 100% sure. So why don't you let me know in the comment section down below what you think is going to happen with this figure. I have no idea. I really hope it's retail, and we do get a little bit more shodo-x support. But it is kind of strange, since we have gotten more information on Shodo Double Cross 2 already, like it has been recent. I don't know. Anyways, vlog is off for next week, so we probably won't be here next week. It is kind of funny that we just came back and suddenly take a break, but it's fine. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep it